Hello and welcome back. My name is Elena, and in this episode we are going to create a new deck. The divisions have two new divisions have been released. The American, I'll just show you real quick. The American Indian Head 2nd Infantry and Panzer Grenadiers. So I'm going to create, for this one, Panzer Grenadiers. But one thing I wanted to show was aircrafts. If you notice, for this one, for example, it is now 550 kilometers per hour. It used to be around 300, I think, if I remember correctly. This plane's 600, this one is 400, 650. So when we look at, I did a quick look through the both new decks just because I was super curious, but that is a big change. I do not know if anything else really changed beyond that. What I wanted to look at specifically was these tanks. Because I was looking to see if the optics change. Because for the Panther had amazing optics. It was an amazing high tech at the time. Fire stabilization and all that. Sure, it was really way too over-engineered, but because I think it was a suspension and where they smoothed the entire tank rather than just smoothing the gun in the Panthers, so their suspension broke a lot. Because I mean, it was brand new, it's super complex. There, just go with that. Panzer Grenadiers. But anyway, so they're supposed to have very good firing and all that kind of stuff, but their optics still stay crap. So I'm thinking, in the previous war games optics, I think there was also a stat shown for accuracy. And I mean, yeah, it does show an accuracy of 5, but that's also what the Americans have in their tanks. So something that I'm also super excited for, this is a Stuka. And I just love Stukas. They are just great, just great planes. I mean, they did their job really well. And we get them in Phase A. They only carry one 250-pound or kilogram bomb, but, you know, it's a Phase A Stuka. And has a rear machine gunner on it. Also something that's changed is this. It shows the MG17 times 2 because there's 2 of them. It shows it can fire on the move and can target both air and ground. That's something that is new as of this patch, at least I think it is. This can be dropped on the move, blah blah blah. And yeah. But another thing, this one only flies at 300. With the changes, this plane is really slow. This one, 500. Where is the one? This guy, 700. This is going to be our fighters. Because flying at 700, you get 2 of them. Yeah, they're a little bit more expensive than their 160. Actually, to be fair, we don't have a choice in fighters. So, but I would take them anyway because they are really fast. And oh, these are MGs. I would assume no. This should be 20mm. That should be a cannon. This should be a cannon. Which 2 there, and those would be the 213. Still, that should be a cannon. I think it's just mislabeled. Yeah. Anyway, so that'll starting for this deck. Building from aircraft first. I don't really know if I want to have early dive bomber or not, but I do want to have 2 of these. Give us some dive bombers. Do not want to have one that extra rank of experience. Does not matter that much to me. Now, here is the G version. Yes, those are two big cannons. Yep, they threw cannons onto a Stuka. Um, so I'm debating about this guy or throwing it in phase C. This plane, on the other hand, does carry two 500 kilogram bombs and also flies at 600. So much more likely to get in and get out. Because most... Oh, also, this guy. 14 70 kilogram bombs. Very good, I would say, for light targets, infantry, things like that. Still, I think I prefer the bigger bomber. It's toss-up, really. Because, I mean, if you think of it, that's 50. And 7 times 14 is 27 and 70, so almost 100. So the damage, this for the light bombs will do a lot more damage. Heavier bombs will hit heavier targets and kill them much more likely. So that's kind of a toss-up. But I think we're going to start with throwing two of these guys in phase C, just because I like Stukas. And I don't know, maybe heavier bombers in phase C. These also have a machine gun, which is that, because they do not have forward-firing machine guns. Actually, can you? No, target ground units. Okay. This does carry its own machine gun. Probably in center. Probably nose cone. Not sure. For final aircraft. Let's take the heavier bomber. Recon. Now this is where also it's interesting. This guy. Yes, that has an AP value of 8. Rate of fire 15 rounds. And 50 rounds. But it has a super good armor piercing. Like, that is really, really good. So, I will be grabbing that. And this one has lower armor piercing, better accuracy. It's a smaller cannon. Same range, much more AP rounds, but also a machine gun. So, but I think I'm going to take this guy. I don't like vehicles that much for actual serving recon. One thing I do want to mention. Tanks! They're all Stugs. All of them, except for this. But beyond that, they're all Stugs. We have no, what I would consider, light vehicles. These are all, well, to be fair, these are not light vehicles at all. These are actual tank destroyers. Hence the solid non-turret. And built on the Panzer III chassis. So, but yeah, no tanks, no light tanks. This is a medium tank, Panzer IV, and all tank destroyers. That is what we have for actual armor. So, I mean, they're relatively quick on road, but these are not something that you, sorry, still, yeah, the same speeds as Panzer IVs. So I don't think I really need, I don't know, it's a really, really big toss-up. Because, like, I don't see these as recon, as more of just, here, having a heavy armored vehicle that can destroy other light vehicles. That's kind of what I see it as. Let's get this for a recon team. Wait, that wasn't what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Just a light vehicle, recon. Wait, never mind, I screwed up. Yes, I do want that. Oh, this is also phase B, so that switches its priority that way. I can have 5 recon slots. Let's get a second recon team here. These guys I'm mostly bringing in just for this. Now that's 4 armor piercing, 2 forward armor. This has 3 forward armor. This does have a machine gun, the same machine gun. Same range, same rounds. The light vehicle is 10 cheaper. The optics are low, which Makes sense. This is not actually a recon. The 222 is not a recon vehicle. Now, toss up between this. This does not have a machine gun. Does have a cannon, rather than more of a heavier cannon rather than a light cannon. Accuracy is crap. You know what? Let's take both. And we'll play with it, see which one I like. Now this is another change. Infantry have smoke grenades. And yeah, they have smoke, which is really, really, really useful. Panzer Grenadiers have good infantry. I mean, they are an infantry group. That's Panzer Grenadiers. They're tank support teams. So I will grab this guy for command. I do want this for anti-tank. I want that as well as this. So this will be, I think, early core teams. Now, none of these have any actual armed vehicles, so we do not have anything that way. This is Pioneer team, so they have frag grenades. Not too convinced on those. On the flip side, Stormtroopers, I think that's the German for Stormtroopers. But we like. They do not have a machine gun with them, not like Panzer Grenadiers. So there's that. Oh, one other thing. These can be fired on the move. These can only be fired stationary. So, can be fired and can be fired. Can only be fired stationary. This can only be fired stationary. It's the MG34. Should be, yeah, MG34. Can be fired on the move. Can only be fired more stationary. So, you know, there are those differences now. I mean, this team, entire team, can be fired on the move. So these would be perfect assault infantry. These are something you want to have in a position holding it. So that is a change. Let's see what else we get. We do get Napalm team, which, as I said, I have not really found too useful overall. I tend to go with armored support. So I'll grab another one of those. You know what, let's grab Pioneer team. And Panzer Grenadiers. So that'll fill out our infantry. May want to grab another machine gun. I'll see how the games go. We'll go from there. Also, 40 activation points, I just noticed. It's really nice. Yes? Yes, we do. This is Stug 3 F/8, so it is slightly less armored, but also 2 experience. I do want a command vehicle. Difference between these two is 2 less rounds, 2 more armor. I will go for the more armor. You know what? Let's go for the more experienced. And yeah, these are basically 2 differences between those. Are 1 experience. Alright, support. We do have heavy support gun for killing infantry. This thing is actually a command vehicle as well. Yeah, I don't think there's any difference. So, you know what, I'm gonna grab this, just for its command. I will not need that till later. This is also a command vehicle with cannons. And you know what? Let's grab a support gun just in case. Just in case I want it. Anti-tank guns. Tons of Panzerschrecks. Tons of Panzerschrecks. So that is pretty damn amazing. Also something I want to show you. Yes, this is an 88 gun. Amazing. That's another reason why I love this team, and this deck will probably be my primary deck from going on. You know, this small little 50mm gun. a little bit bigger, 75mm gun. Monster. This thing is a monster. Massive armor penetration. Massive armor penetration. Good accuracy. Like, yes. I just amazing. So that's pretty much going to be my primary anti-tanks. Um, Now, got a toss up here. You know, oh, new symbol, amphibious. This thing is amphibious. So apparently it can tow, maybe, this pack across rivers. So let's give it a try. See what happens. Now phase B, I am grabbing this gun because, again, amazing gun. Yes, there's only one, but it is still an amazing gun. I will grab this for second, just in case. And I want you. I'm just gonna grab one just for now. See if I have spare slots left over. Another thing I want to show you that I absolutely adore. Look at that range. 4,000 meter range. 4,000. This is my dream deck. And Never Warfers, 1,600 range. But 4,000. Like, holy crap. Big guns. Big, big guns. So yeah. So I'll throw mortar here just for early. I can grab a Never Warfer here. What's the difference between you guys? Because that's Never Warfer 1. It's Never Warfer 2. Never Warfer 2 is much bigger rockets, so big better damage. Range is the same. AoE is much better. Honestly, I'd rather have Never Warfer 2. So let's grab one of those. Nope. Gonna go for the biggies. Like, just seriously. The range on those. I'm gonna hold off on there. Yeah. Alright, anti-aircraft. Let's take a comparison look. Anti-aircraft was changed a little bit, I think. I think the accuracy of 20mm and 37mm were increased. Could be wrong. Because if I remember, I think the 37 was 1 and I think the 20 was 2. I think. But either way, let's grab 2 of you early, just in case. This is a mobile vehicle. A lot less rounds. Lower rate of fire. Let's grab you. And cat, that hurts. So one thing I've noticed, it seems that we don't get a lot of anti-air. So 2 of you or 2 of you. So bigger cannon. 20mm does higher damage. Interesting. I want more guns. I think we'll go with that. And then we'll throw you in just as that. Final. Anti-tank, looking good. Tons of Panzer Shreks, we can use those. Tanks are good. I could pull one support out, but I don't think so. That's good. I want to keep those. Aircraft maxed. I think I'm going to keep just 2 artillery. I mean, 4,000 range, chances of them being hit, a lot less. Never Warfer's just cool. And basic artillery. So I think that will be the final bit. So I think that'll be the Panzer Grenadiers. And yeah. I mean, I just love the range. good armor, good early armor, good high experience. Infantry don't have high experience, but they are experienced in a lot of cases. This deck may just end up being my solid go-to deck. So one other thing, this was also built for 10-10 in mind, although honestly it can go for lower matches as well. Have the highest of anybody for number of cards you can have, and really the only difference between the basic Luftwaffe division, they've got a little bit less in the beginning, a little bit more here. Oh, yeah, it's good. I like it. So I will call out an episode here, and I will create the American infantry next, and then let's go have a game. So thank you for watching, and I am signing out.